change.
Yeah.
Trends in the streets change.
Trends in the streets change.
Trends in the streets change.
But this square rubber pad
remembers my fingerprints.
remembers my fingerprints. Yo, find dust settling over an unplugged, beating up sampler, bottom right corner, the 16 pad with its rubber texture worn completely smooth. While fakes flash their cameras covered in the crown of the next season. I chopped up the beats in this cramped basement, carving my bones in the reason. The edge worn down by millions of strikes is the only certificate of my time. Every time the snare pops, my breath seeps into this machine's paradigm. The flashy spotlight is just a shallow illusion that ends when the bulb dies out. But this rough kick drum I chopped up will make hearts beat without a doubt. Dawn spent holding my breath, landing strikes. The coffee cup turned freezing cold. Even if someone tries to erase my voice, they can never erase this then I mold. Instead of walking on the smooth charts, heavily painted with corporate cash, I nail my stubbornness down hard onto this worn out pad with a crash.
Worn out 16 pad, the trace of fingerprints left on the shaved rubber. Even if time stops, the beat keeps rolling inside this tiny square cover. Instead of a flashy epitaph, I carve eternity into this blunt texture. Worn out 16 pad, the spark that will burn long after my final measure.
Yeah, a faint sunset light crossing through the window cuts diagonally across the pad. Chop up the jazz loop from the old LP I bought yesterday. Plant the feeling I had. Take the tension out of my shoulders, let the flow drift out light like smoke. Yesterday's strikes filled with anger, spreading the chords of comfort I invoke. Was it stacks of money we were chasing? It's the peaceful quiet side, rubbing the 16 pad in circles. I lay the remaining questions on the beat to fly. The names of the ones who disappear rise again between this damn kick and snare. Even if the flesh turns to ash and scatters, the frequency we wove roams the air. The smell of smoke soaked in my fingertips and the ink stains on the old notepad. All those microscopic particles face the world again through this rubber pad. Remember, eternity isn't kept inside a glass case in the museum hall. It exists right here on this battered black pad, beaten countless times through it all.
Worn out 16 pad, a trace of fingerprints left on the shaved rubber. Even if time stops, the beat keeps rolling inside this tiny square cover. Instead of a flashy epitaph, I carve eternity into this blunt texture. Worn out 16 pad, a spark that will burn long after my final measure.
Turn the power back on
Trends in the streets change.
and press the 16 pad,
Trends in the streets change.
because eternity
Starts all over again right there. Trends in the streets change.
Keep the beat looping. Don't need a pen. I'm just going right in. Don't need a pen. I'm just going right in.
a heavy drum loop leaking through the gaps on my headphones. I step inside the booth and adjust the height of this rusted mic stand. A thin black nylon barrier blocking the front of the grill. We all know my very first bar is gonna tear this piece of cloth to shreds. Harsh plosives spitting out when the P&T pop off my lips and slice the air. The windscreen can't handle the vibration and pops its middle seam open. Sentences that never saw paper are assembled instantly on the tip of my tongue. You're nodding head past the studio glass is the only metronome for this track. A thin piece of fabric can never block the pressure of my razor sharp breath. I spit directly onto the metal mic grill, proving the texture of the bottom. Those calculating with machines can never catch up to this ruthless impact. Over this torn hole, I heavily hammer down the 3 letters of my name. Punctured pop filter, hot breath pouring out entirely raw. The impact breaking through the barrier. 2 tongues that know no compromise. Smoke. Right after your heavily tense voice, my sticky flow is the perfect stroke. I tilt the mic stand sideways sideways and hit the back of the beat off tempo. Instead of harsh explosions, I slither like a snake between the bass notes. Low. Over the threshold you smashed, I take a stroll with my hands in my pockets. Since the thin filter is torn, my subtle breathing records straight to the sockets. The neatly angled rhyme book was thrown on the console a long time ago. We released the vipers that were sleeping in our heads into this narrow room below. If you smashed it with a hammer, I dissect the joints of this track with a scalpel. Gears grinding together, never stopping until that red light dims to an apple. Behind the punctured filter, we strip this simple loop completely naked.
Punctured pop filter, hot breath pouring out entirely raw. The impact breaking through the barrier.
Two tongues that know no compromise.
Cut the mic. Swap the filter for a new one tomorrow. Cut the mic.
One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Listen up. 10 rules to survive on this asphalt. Yeah. Number one. Number one, never pull out your bills to count under the street light. Eyes hiding in the dark or lusting after your sweat tonight. Number two, never let out a sigh in front of a broken elevator door. The second your breathing gets loud, they know you can't take no more. Number three, don't lock eyes and get mad at the spit from a trucker's mouth. Leave your pride at home, you're slicing time into money going south. Number four, don't look up yearning for the yellow lights at the very top. The moment you break your neck looking up, you'll fall into a puddle and drop. Number five, change your wet socks even if you gotta sit on a toilet seat. Inside these duct-taped steel-toe boots, the only thing left is your 2 feet.
10 rules, survival skills taught by the cement floor.
Duct-taped steel-toe boots,
The weight of the bare iron core. There is no mercy.
tie the laces tight before you hit the ground. Duct-taped steel-toe boots. Number 6, never stop your feet when you hear sirens ringing behind your back. Even if you committed no sin, this city will hit you with a random attack. Number 7, don't hastily drink down the free favor someone hands you with a smile. There's always a heavy invoice stuck to the bottom of that free bottle's vial. Number 8, even if your knee cartilage wears out and you limp, never let it show outside. Hound smelling blood or aiming for the neck of a wounded beast, trying to hide. Number 9, don't feel relief treating yesterday's survival like a medal on your chest. Tomorrow's sun will place a heavier burden on your shoulders, giving you no rest. Number 10, never forget why you strap these heavy iron blocks to your shoe. Even if the world collapses on your foot, this steel plate will hold up for you. Remember, these 10 rules are the only manual keeping your breath alive.
10 rules, the survival skills taught by the cement floor.
Duct-taped steel-toe boots.
The weight of the bare iron core. There is no mercy.
Tie the laces tight before you hit the ground. Duct-taped steel-toe boots. Boots.
Tie them tight. If you memorize all 10, now go out and walk.
No need to turn the corner. A lazy afternoon, standing with my back against a red brick wall. An old orange rim hanging at the very top of the telephone pole. A single cracked and scratched acrylic convex mirror without turning my head. The end of the alley becomes perfectly clear. The distorted scenery of the street bent round like a fisheye view. The inflated shoulders of the little tough guys look comically skewed. Only the lights of the lost patrol car are stretched out abnormally long. This old mirror summarizes the bare face of the asphalt without being wrong. The anxious eyes of those turning the corner, the hidden sleight of hand. I appreciate this round screen with my hands in my pockets, taking a stand. The flashy optical illusions, the street throws don't work on this convex space, because the sizes of the real heavyweights and fake guppies refract into place. Scratch convex mirror around miniature holding the wall block. The bare bottom of the concrete strip naked past the distorted lock. No use hiding in the blind spot. This vision bends around the corner straight. Scratch convex mirror, the rusted pupil reflecting the asphalt space. Black exhaust, soot and acid rain stains clumped on the mirror skin. Traces of spiderweb fractures from a stone thrown by someone's sin. The world says to look straight ahead, but I trust this refracted view, because the ugliest truths always hide in the blind spots behind the avenue. Drive a luxury car and bluff all you want. In the lens, it's just a toy miniature. Tongues that lie like they breathe just stretch out bizarrely in this curvature. Without taking a single step, I quietly raid the ecosystem of the street line. The rusted rim of the mirror is accurately drawn in this neighborhood's confined. Whatever schemes are plotting behind that corner, it all bounces right back. Hiding in the shadows, everyone mistakenly thinks they're safe from attack, but inside my round vision, you're all just insects crawling slow and blind. Open your eyes wide, expand your view, carve out the real texture you find. Scratch convex mirror around miniature holding the wall block. The bare bottom of the concrete strip naked past the distorted lock. No use hiding in the blind spot. This vision bends around the corner straight. A scratch convex mirror, the rusted pupil reflecting the asphalt space. Step out of the mirror, you create your own blind spots anyway. Step out of the mirror. You create your own blind spots anyway.
The screws completely stripped. Yeah. Just hand me the tape, I'll grip it while I spit. The mic neck with the busted joint, let go and the head snaps to the floor. This frail skeleton of the underground taped up just to hold a little more. A glossy studio, this is a basement where the dampness eats the wallpaper. I grip tight over the sticky black duct tape and chew the beat like paper. In the place without that single piece of intact gear, we punch the snare with our fists. Spit rapid fire before the mic head droops, passing it through the mist. Fakes can't handle the weight of this heavy iron and get smacked in the chin. Control the center of gravity, pulling this bent steel to my lips to begin. The cheap amp screams like it's tearing apart from the harsh blows I deploy. This is our survival method. If the screw is loose, grip strength is what we employ. Whoa. Loose mic neck, the raw frequency squeezed out by pure grip. Stand in the collapse and join up the impact of those who don't slip. Loose mic neck, the raw frequency squeezed out by pure grip. Stand in the collapse and join up the impact of those who don't slip. The drops of sweat on your hand, I inherit the sticky tape as it is. I pull the whole stand out of the base and wrap the amp cord around my wrist. If the neck droops down, I use that bent angle as the trajectory of my flow. If you hit it with high speed, I crawl heavy and deep under the baseline below. Posing idle rappers gag at the metallic smell of this filthy grill. We swallow this rusted scent into our lungs, heating up this concrete hill. The mic with the broken joint looks like it's bowing its head begging for grace. But don't slip. Loose mic neck, the raw frequency squeezed out. Bow, 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 pure grip. Stand in the collapse and join up the impact. Those who don't slip. Who's next in the cipher? Grab it quick before this thing snaps down again.
Even if you tie your necktie tight, you can't wash the scent of the streets off your hands. Yeah. Chandelier light from the penthouse falling on a tailored suit. Outside the window, the old alley rules still rolling in the mud and dirt. I spectate the shadow of my past through the safe bulletproof glass. The countless night voyages where I risk my life. Fooled by success. The black briefcase placed on the leather seat next to me. A shallow disguise bought to prove I left the bottom completely. But the fake leather covering the edges is peeling away, looking grim. Revealing a bare gray cardboard hiding inside. Asking where I've been. Even stuffed with papers and checks, this bag rattles hollow and thin. Water clean shell of the legal life, but still rotten from within. From the bottom to the top, the shallow illusion of that cliche rise. In the end, it's just another desk ruled by robbers wearing ties. Peeling leather briefcase, a shallow wrap covering the past trace. The higher I climb, the clearer the streets texture. It's my face. Every time I grip the handle, the hypocrisy stains my palm black. Peeling leather briefcase. The slums gaze, I still carry on my back. Gentlemen with white smiles sitting across the mahogany boardroom wood, but their eyes are sharper blazed than the shooters back in the hood. I grip this peeling leather handle tight under the table without a sound, so they don't catch that this fake shell is the only shield I found. The kids on the block swallow dry, looking at my luxury sedan glide, believing that holding this bag ends all wars, running with pride. But the higher you go, the thinner the air, the enemy's elegant and slick. Instead of gunshots, the sound of a fountain pen does the choking trick. Until all the leather tears off and the ugly raw skin is fully shown, I'll carry this heavy bag walking through this glamorous hell I've known. 2 feet straddling the thin border of fake and real, and legal and right. This peeling shell is the true cost of success. I pay in the night. Peeling leather briefcase, a shallow wrap covering the past trace. The higher I climb, the clearer the streets texture. Hits my face. Every time I grip the handle, the hypocrisy stains my palm black. Peeling leather briefcase. The slums gaze, I still carry on my back. Open the bag. Even if the shell peels off, it's what's inside that matters. Peeling. Before it burns your hand, pass it to the next guy. Because nobody holds on to the light for long down here. A damn alley where the cheap smell of sulfur pierces the nose. Struck the red head against a wet brick to force the fire to expose. This short orange light flashing for just a second in the pitch black. The time you hold is exactly the length of this wooden stick's track. I stare down the trajectory of the flame burning down to my nail. The fakes who ran their mouths with bluffs have already set sail. They got scared and threw it on the ground before the ember even touched. I press my thumb down tight and endure the burning heat I've clutched. Willingly burning my fingerprints is the price for tearing the dark apart. Even if the sparks pop and burn holes in my coat, I don't blink my heart. Those calculating numbers on a desk can never understand this foolish grip right before it turns to ash. I pass. I pass this ember to the next man's fingertip. Half burnt matchstick, the momentary price for pushing away the night. The toxic trajectory we won't let go, even as our fingertips ignite. There is no eternal light, gripping the burning time in the relay race. Half burnt matchstick, half burnt matchstick. The ember you pass burns redder, just an inch lower on my hand. Swinging precariously every time the wind blows, but my breathing stands. Leave the main character acts of mafia movies out on the bright street line. True power lies in who can endure this heat in a silence more divine. This short, cruel timing where the red flame turns into black ash. Enjoy the moment right before it goes out, when it burns blue in the flash. While they hide in the shadows blindly, believing that they're safe and sound. I use this remaining half-inch of wood to expose every enemy on the ground. Even if my skin boils, I will never be the first to release my tight hold. Because when this match burns out, it goes back to pitch black, ruthless and cold. Exhale slowly, smelling the scent of your lifeline burning away fast. The remaining flame is half an inch. Now who's gonna take this cast? Half burnt matchstick, the momentary price for pushing away the night. The toxic trajectory we won't let go, even as our fingertips ignite. There is no eternal light, gripping the burning time in the relay race. Half burnt matchstick, half burnt matchstick. The fire's out, now the real hunt begins. The fire's out, now the real hunt begins. What's the point of a flashy exterior? The formula that holds up the floor is all written right here. Yeah. Gleaming full glass buildings are covering the city skyline. But the steel frames hitting the ground are endlessly thin and out of line. Those sandcastles stamped out in months in the name of a trend. Just a little storm in the window frame, scream and begin to bend. I pull a paper from my pocket and carefully smooth it on the old table. Folded and unfolded hundreds of times, the worn white edges tell a fable. This crumpled blueprint caked in coffee stains and graphite dust. The single perfect trajectory supporting the true bones of this crust. Slick 3D renderings, throw away those illusions on the computer screen. I touch the weight of these rough lines with callous fingers, keeping it mean. Laughing at the fakes trying to build penthouses with no foundation laid. Even if my paper is crumpled, the angles on this draft will never fade. Crumpled blueprint, the perfect steel ratio, laughing at the same.
And uncompromising.
Original forged with sweat and graphite on the lane.
The truth of the concrete.
Standing alone when the trends come crashing down.
Crumpled blueprint.
The only baseline, the real ones left in this town. Yeah. Copy and paste this shallow drafts of endlessly wallpaper in this street. Painting gold on hollow pillars, plotting for eternity. In deceit. But a structure that lost the center of gravity will crush under its own weight. When next season's storm arrives, those flashy windows will shatter to their fate. I silently pour cement on the floor, following the math of this old draft. No need for ornaments,
just erecting the frame to withstand gravity's shaft. My blueprint wasn't drawn to be framed and exhibited on a gallery wall. It's a sense proven by being stepped on countless times in the mud and dirt straw. The philosophy of survival so deep between the paper grain torn by the pen, tearing off the flashy wrapping paper, leaving the exact pieces of essence for men. Even if the whole world chases fakes and builds mirage like skyscrapers high, I trust the formula of this crumpled original spread on my palm till the day I die.
Crumpled blueprint, a perfect steel ratio, laughing at the sand.
And an uncompromising
Original forged with sweat and graphite on the land.
The truth of the concrete,
Standing alone when the trends come crashing down.
crumpled blueprint.
The only baseline, the real ones left in this town.
fold it back up exactly how it was. If the bones are rotting, no matter how flashy the outside is, it's bound to fall.
No time to catch your breath. Keep hitting
Until the chain snaps.
No time. No time to catch your breath. Keep hitting until the chain snaps. Yeah, basement gym, the air thick and tangled with the smell of stale sweat. A 200-pound leather bag hanging from the ceiling, my only target set. Traces of red friction seeping through the bandages wrapped on my fist. I hold my breath and throw strikes at this ignorant iron. I never miss. Yo. 1-2s landing back to back, chopping the beat, the leather screaming in pain. The rupture slicing through the air, carving proof in this narrow domain. The iron hook in the ceiling, creaking a metallic sound, warning of the brink. But I'm the relentless next step, never stopping until my lungs start to sink. Crushing the hollow shells of those trying to score points with a shallow jab. I drop my anchor on this floor and storm until iron dust falls on the slab. The rusted chain screams, bending because it can't withstand my speed. This ain't just striking, it's a ruthless gear carved from the breath I bleed. What's the sandbag chain? The heavy scream tightening the limit line. The tension right before it snaps. The proof of impact and iron dust design. Cut off the airway until the leather bursts and the concrete cracks. What's the sandbag chain? Throwing 200 pounds of gravity on its back. Veins on the back of my hand expanding a burst, adrenaline blinding my sight. I weave like riding a beat, twisting my shoulder for the next strike's flight. Pulling the center of gravity from my toes, planting a hook right on the chin. Heated by friction, the chain finally gives out and caves in. The leather bag plummets onto the concrete, thickly covered in dust. That massive rupture creates a tremor, completely splitting the crust. I pour my rough breath over the sandbag, lying there foaming at the seams. Even without a flashy spotlight, I assemble perfection in these dark extremes. Even if oxygen lacks and my vision blurs, my 2 feet will never cave. The fakes drop to their knees when they stand before this overwhelming wave. Looking at the empty ceiling where the chain snapped, I unravel the bloody wrap, hang up the next bag. My strikes were only just warming up the map. Rusted sandbag chain, the heavy scream tightening the limit line. The tension right before it snaps, the proof of impact and iron dust design. Cut off the airway until the leather bursts and the concrete cracks. Rusted sandbag chain, throwing 200 pounds of gravity on its back. few toolbox away. This piece of iron I'm used to is all I need today. Woo! Grease-stained workbench, the shiny spanner they hand me. That shallow manner trying to eye my chair disguised as a flea. Instead of answering, I grip the rusted pliers rolling under the drawer. Bite down on the rotten nail with this blunt, toothless jaw. Behind the smiles offering to scratch your back for free is a receipt. So even if the back of my hand tears, I twist this stiff joint to the beat. No leverage, just ignorant grip streak. Sending blood rushing to my fist. Cutting off all that hollow net, working with this rusted iron twist. Rather than taking your extended hand, I'd carve my own flesh with this chip tool. Cause the moment you owe a debt in this game, it slowly suffocates the fool. Rusted pliers, a ruthless grip, twisting out the smiles of the fake. No help needed. The strike of isolation, the red rust, dust makes. Cutting off sweet favors, the jaw that chewed up the corroded wire. Rusted pliers, entirely my own grip without owing a single liar. The tongues of those handing out slick business cards, calling me a brother. But when real blood spills, they all step back, hiding behind each other. I crush and sever the lifeline you handed me with these dough jaws. Tight, pinch and shut all those parasite straws, trying to suck my share of the bite. The teeth of the pliers don't align. The harder I squeeze, the more my palm goes numb. But only this heavy pain keeps me awake outside the safe zone's hum. Even if my wrist aches, I have no intention of borrowing hands to untie this knot. That cheap solidarity of yours, I crushed it all with this rusted iron. I brought the sticky chains of this damn industry, tangled up like a spider's web. I bow to no one, just ripping it out my own way, till the flow begins to ebb. Rusted pliers, a ruthless grip, twisting out the smiles of the fake. No help needed. The strike of isolation, the red rust, dust makes. Cutting off sweet favors, the jaw that chewed up the corroded wire. Rusted pliers, entirely my own grip without owing a single liar. Hold it all out. Move those clean hands away. This is my zone.
The lights are out.
You know damn well this wasn't an accident.
The lights are out. Out, 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 out. The light.
At the end of the dank hallway, rust sparks burst from the breaker box. In 1 second, the artificial sun of this sector receives its final shocks. When the smell of burning plastic slices through the cold basement air, I put my hands in my pockets and greet this perfect pitch black stare. The thin glass tube that guarantees safety is burned completely black inside. A clear trace that someone deliberately severed the nerves where we reside. A perfectly designed blind spot where not even emergency lights gleam. The fakes tremble in fear, gripping the rusted doorknob, wanting to scream. I shut down my vision in the dark and sharpen the blade of my hearing, counting the rougher steps and heavy breathing of someone fearing the moment the light vanished. Ranks and bluffing tongues became useless. This blackened fuse awakened the real monster lying at the bottom, ruthless. The terror of a black vision slowly scratches the back of your neck. I bleed perfectly into your shadow behind you, leaving no speck. Blackened fuse, the cold second swallowing up the artificial light. The tempo of a ruthless hunt beginning the second the dark hits sight. Give up your vision. This is a pitch black zone where only instincts survive. Blackened fuse, the strike that cuts the airway of the safe zone alive. Pupils perfectly adjusted to the dark. I shorten my stride and glide the floor.
closer than before. The finger meant to pull the trigger is probably shaking at the empty space. But a true predator is most comfortable in this deep silence's embrace. With the soot left by the popping spark staining my fingertips black, I throw this tiny glass tube to the ground and crush it under my shoes. Attack. Don't even think about turning the lights back on, like can't exist in this pit. My co-dominance is only completed where the sun is never lit. Cowards hold their breath in the corner, praying for the morning to show, but the length of this night is measured strictly by the speed of my steps below. The petty rules ruled by the light burned up completely with that severed wire. The moment the fuse popped, my real hunt silently opened its fire. While the fools consumed by fear scream empty cries into the voided air. I become the shadow itself, ruling this perfect hell without a care. Blackened Fuse, the cold sentence swallowing up the artificial light. The temple of a ruthless hunt beginning the second the dark hits sight. Give up your vision, this is a pitch black zone where only instincts survive. Blackened Fuse, the strike that cuts the airway of the safe zone alive. Don't tremble.
You won't be able to see anything anyway.
The lights are out.
Dust it off a little. I'm gonna scrape this groove all the way to the bottom. Dust it off, dust it off a little. I'm gonna scrape this groove all the way to the bottom. Yeah. A blunt needle plummeting onto the dusty black wax, digging into the plastic groove, scraping up the muddy facts, while everyone easily steals frequencies with smooth digital waves. I spin this track enduring heavy gravity, the 1 gram pressure I crave. The rough friction crust so hard, the diamond tip starts to fade. This is a massive payload, your shallow mic work can never trade. Every time the snare pops, the dust trapped in the gutter bounces high. The fakes get their eardrums shredded by this dull rupture and fly. No skip button here, chewing up the orbit from the very first start. Lightweights bounce right off, but I plant my body in this narrow part. The reason my voice tears through the speaker isn't just about the sound, it's all my burned up time, clucked on the tip of this needle, scraping the ground. Worn out record stylus, chewing up the dust to spit the true frequency out. Crude orbit, laughing at the fakes who lost weight and bounced about. You can't skip this. The ignorant pressure scraping the floor of the groove. Worn out record stylus, the record of friction digging deep when I move. The deeper the track coils inward, the sharper the angle of the spin. As the pressure builds, my output hitting the amp boils hot from within. A waiting game, those who skip tracks with one finger will never comprehend. The truth of the sound only liberated when the needle scrapes to the end. The fools who pointed fingers saying I fell off cause my tip went dull, ended up lost and evaporated inside cold files, split into zero and null. I'm still breathing and vibrating roughly on top of this turntable deck. The white clumps of dust stuck to my needle are the only medals on my neck. Until that final moment the beat stops and the needle hits the label and skips. I scrape the very bottom of this black plastic canyon with no compromise on my lips. Smooth noise reduction, that kind of filter only kills my raw gritty texture. This scratching, popping noise itself is my flawless breathing architecture. Worn out record stylus, chewing up the dust to spit the true frequency out. A crude orbit, laughing at the fakes who lost weight and bounced about. You can't skip this. The ignorant pressure scraping the floor of the groove. Worn out record stylus, it's the record of friction digging deep when I move. Tracks over. Lift the needle. Dust it off, dust. scrape this groove all the way to the bottom. Bottom, 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 bottom. Kill your footsteps. In this gutter, the ones who make noise get eaten first. Midnight with dead street lights, the freezing temperature of the asphalt. Mud seeping through the torn sole every time my right foot calls a halt. The silver duct tape I wrapped tight last night already lost its grip. I read the shards of broken glass on this street directly with my foot's tip. Fools catching clouds in the air, pop champagne, talking about the top. I walk bearing the gravity of this muddy bottom, refusing to drop. Even if my toenails freeze and I lose feeling, I can never stand still. The cold air rushing through this open crack is the only sense keeping my will. Lie, lower my center of gravity and perfectly crumple my body into the black without a single piece of intact gear. We swim this cold concrete track. Lie, the weak ones can't take the cold and run toward fake lights just to die. I maintain my stride until this tape completely snaps and says goodbye. Duct-Taped boot sole, the weight walking over the concrete screen. The ruthless trajectory of survival, never stopping for a glass shard's gleam. No cushion to break the fall, the bone chilling temperature of this street. Duct-Taped boot sole, risking my life with every strike of my feet. Every time I take a step, the loose rubber sole scrapes the asphalt ground. The absolute worst beat to give away my position where predators surround. So I hold my breath and carefully shift my weight from heel to toe in the night. Fools bragging about cheap guns eventually get swallowed by their own noises. Bite. Even if the old leather wrap in my ankle wears out and exposes ugly raw skin. I never once thought about throwing off these heavy iron boots in the bin. But running barefoot might be faster now, but this is a minefield that cuts ankles clean. I swallow the smell of blood seeping through the torn crack and tie the laces mean. Shove any damn pity deep into my pocket and zip it up tight. You know this ain't a competition crying about who hurts more in the night. Survival isn't for the biggest guy, it's for the one who steps in the mud and outlast. Even if every footprint leaves a blood stain, I trust this rotten tape from the past. Duct-Taped boot sole, the weight walking over the concrete screen. The ruthless trajectory of survival, never stopping for a glass shard's gleam. No cushion to break the fall, the bone chilling temperature of this street. Duct-Taped boot sole, risking my life with every strike of my feet. Give me one more roll of tape. Still got an alley left to cross. Standing on top of your desk. Tightening the ties around the necks of fools, strutting in suits, trying to kick down the pyramid built on your fake power roots. Parasites slipping through approval papers and top tier leather chairs. On the pesticide, kicking down the door, catching you unawares. That gold pitted mahogany nameplate sitting dead center on your wood. I stop my combat boot here right through it, asserting my hood rules. Man, your rules, those are just shallow shields for cowards wearing a tie with bare bloody hands. I completely dismantle this border lies. When the ink smear documents slice the air and plummet to the floor, only then do you realize who holds the power of life and death on this door. Your petty title is just a crushed piece of wood under my feet's command. I drop the pen and rewrite this gutter's rotten rules with my bare hand.
this room of trust. Before the secretaries can't even scream, you're already crawling at my toes. The firepower spitting from my tongue costs more than $1 billion flows. You calculate the odds, hit it in the calculator, but I just snapped the rules in two. The second my three-letter name is carved in this floor, you're breathing this brew. Your trembling pupils behind those gold rimmed glasses reflect my manic state. This ain't a peaceful boardroom, it's a slaughterhouse where blood seals your fate. Until the nameplate splits in half and sharp wood splinters fly at your face. I innocent mix my flow into the lacking oxygen of this narrow space. The peak fueled by capital, I'm the natural disaster rising from the deep. This dented piece of metal is the cold, perfect calculation making your fake empire weep. I don't even give you a second to breathe. I completely bite your neck off with this rap. Dented mahogany nameplate, the roof of proof that crushed your fake power. A true boss doesn't beg for a seat, he rips up destiny by the hour. Dragging you down from the luxury chair and strike, making you lick the dust. Dented mahogany nameplate, the only qualification ruling this room of trust. Don't carve a new one with my name this time in blood red. You would outpraise my work with numbers. Dozens of cold bankruptcy notices thrown across the marble floor. Pale arrogant smiles up accountants with their collars stiff and pure. Isn't the summer rap a blood as sad as if it might is on a sheet? I snap the pen in half and cut the collar, bringing you to your feet. This ain't a simple financial item, it's a physical bill for your hypocrisy. You should my lecture with the desk and shredder trying to erase my legacy. But the thing is, my truth stick from the bottom is covered and you dead. Instead of shredding the paper, the kids scream and stop at the break. The steel blade, just to think of a stain where bread it can finally spin. The motor overheats, the smell of burning plastic swallowing the oxygen within. The petty little formulas can never be raised. The heavy mass of my survival. Climb on top of this broken machine and seize your fake empire born a Bible. Red legend jammed in the shredder, the roof instinct is breaking the fear. The unerasable get from the bottom, the real way burning the motor here. The audit is over a physical liquidation, bursting straight out of the mouth. The red legend jammed in the shredder, the stripes that shatters your petty bow. The gears tangled, sparks fly, and shattered glowing split fast engines. Your panic can hit the switch, but the system is already down to my senses. Taking the density, the words into atoms and bodies injected directly into your brain. This ain't capitalism, it's your dominance cutting off your breath with this vocal train. You walk into the deficit, start up calculating the price of demand from the crack. Multi-syllable crime stated in every block of picking and daddling in the baker's track. Thinking you comparing me with this describe the paper with the pain of everything mistake. You still fly into the game, kid box it with the power to make it great. I don't even smoke. Lock the doors. Nobody is leaving, hit it down.